Today we are getting into an affordable full face of makeup, perfect for the beginning of spring, transitioning into the warm weather. Grab your notepad, grab some wine, and let's get into the tutorial. I went shopping today. I went to Harmon, which is one of my favorite drugstores for makeup because it's going to be a full face of drugstore products. I was like, well, I need some stuff. And let me tell you something, drugstore makeup is not cheap anymore like what it used to be. Well, I spent $75 and I just got a few things. That's pretty upsetting. Brows, I picked up this Maybelline product. It was $6.99. It comes with a spoolie at the end as well as the color, and I picked up blonde. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so it's pretty interesting because the tip of it is square rather than pointy like the Anastasia one, and the spoolie is short and thick. Definitely warm toned, and I like my hair to be cooler toned. But the product's pretty good. The color is just a little off and not something that I would probably gravitate towards. And this is a soft blonde, so I feel like it's more for like red hair blondes. So that's my regular brow compared to the one filled in. It's really not bad, but it's just not the perfect color. So now I picked up two concealers from the drugstore. I love this concealer. I actually use it almost on a daily basis, so I already know that this one is bomb. And I actually have worked with this concealer before. This is the Born to Glow from the NYX line, and it's a great product. But for shaping out our brows, priming our lid, I believe we're going to use the Maybelline Fitme. And all the brushes that I'm using today are probably Morphe, so they're pretty affordable. Okay, so loving the consistency of this. And like I said, I have worked with this before, so I already know it's a bomb product. I'll blend that out so there is no harsh lines. And this is something that you definitely need to set. It's not like the P. Louise and it sets itself. For setting my lid, I'm actually using the Fitme powder, but I don't know what I'm going to do for under my eyes because I don't have a setting powder. But we'll think of something. For eyeshadow, I actually already had this palette, so I was like, I definitely don't need to grab another eyeshadow. And not gonna lie, I really didn't like a lot of the shadow palettes that they had, so I was like, I might as well just use something that I know works. Start with some of these lighter colors down here for transition colors. This eyeshadow is really pigmented. It definitely gives off the true color, but I just feel like the colors are super cool toned. I feel like there could be more range of color in this palette. So the next color we're going to use is this really pretty like dusty purple color. I'm going to place this on the outer corner into the crease. So it's looking really pretty and simple. It's kind of the vibe I'm going for because you really can't do much with this palette. Last color, I'm going to deepen up just a little with this brown right here. Mix a little bit this darker purple on the end. I'll lightly place that on the outer corner. I don't want to make it too dramatic because this is a really soft like spring look. So just a little on the outer corner just to give it some dimension. Going in with this first color. It is a little shimmery, not really. This in the inner corner. Okay, now we're just blending all of those colors together so they're married seamlessly and there's no harsh lines. I think that's like all that I really can do with this eyeshadow. So next we're going in with liquid eyeliner, and I'm actually using an all-time favorite that I already had in my kit. This is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. This is so great for even drawing like a cat eye. It's absolutely amazing. This is the applicator. I'm going to draw a winged outliner. So now we're going to get into lashes. L'Oreal Voluminous Brasse Courbet. I don't know, but it looks like this. And I've been using this for so long now. I use it on clients, I use it on myself, and it's just bomb. It is the bomb.com. So I'm going to apply a healthy amount of this onto my lashes so we can get them nice and prepped before I put on the lashes. Oh, and I can't wait to show you the lashes that I picked out because those are just the best part about the whole look. So for lashes, we're using this Lash Couture, and these are in the Faux Mink in Gala. Oh my god, these are so amazing. And I like a dramatic lash, so these are definitely, these are it. This is what's in. So I'm gonna get the glue a little bit tacky, and then we're gonna place it on. I did cut them because my eyes are pretty short. I am living for these lashes. They're so pretty and they're not too dramatic for like every day. So for prepping and priming, I already have my moisturizer on, which is not Drugstore, but so we're gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is actually a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. And then we're going to keep my skin nice and glowy with the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion e.l.f. Primer, just directly where I normally would get oily and kind of where my pores are a little bit bigger. And just around my nose, on my chin. Just make sure this is all blended out seamlessly because it can affect the foundation application. Applying the L'Oreal Glow only in places where my highest points are, so my cheekbones and my nose, kind of like where you would put like powder highlight. I'm really excited about this next step because this foundation I use in my full-time makeup kit, and I just feel like it's overall the best and most universal foundation for all types of skin, all types of color, and stuff like that. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. I matched it to my arm really quick and was like, okay, this looks kind of like my color. So if I throw it on and it's absolutely orange, then we're gonna have a little bit of a problem. I love the packaging of this. It is a pump, so it's nice and easy to control, and a little bit does go a long way. I don't want super full coverage today. We just kind of want something that's gonna cover my acne a little bit, but at the same time give me a nice fresh wear. So I'm gonna pump some of this on the back of my hand. It's really liquidy, and then I'm just gonna apply this. Perfect. So I'm just gonna apply a little all over my face. I'm using an e.l.f. beauty blender. I love these. Now this foundation is definitely buildable to super full coverage, so that's also a really nice plus. This beauty blender is seriously the softest blenders I have ever tried from the drugstore. I don't really know how this color is coming out on camera. It's like a shade or two darker than what I normally am, but I do have a spray tan. I'm just going to take the extra product on the back of my hand and really touch up the spots where I have most scars and my acne. So now we're going into the NYX Born to Glow Concealer. This is in the color Vanilla. The applicator is so damn cute on this, and all you have to do is just squeeze and it comes out, but a little does go a long way, so we're not going to go crazy. So I'm just going to apply this under my eye. I'm so happy because this is definitely a good shade. I was really worried that we were not going to get the right shade because it was hard to tell in the store. So I'm going to bring it down and really highlight my under eyes, lines on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, right here, and on my chin. So with my e.l.f. blending brush, I'm going to switch to the clean side and blend. Okay, so my camera died, so I had to blend in the concealer because it was gonna crack and dry. So I found out that the concealer is a light coverage and it didn't give me enough brightness that I wanted. So good news, we're gonna go in again and I'm gonna apply more concealer, but just a little bit more because I don't want it to cake up under my eyes or anything like that. So I'm just gonna lightly apply a little bit just under my eyes right here and just down a little. I'm gonna quickly blend this in. And like I said, I am living for this, and now that I did the second layer, I could tell that it's way more coverage. One of the hardest parts about shopping this morning was finding a contour stick. I wanted to try the L'Oreal Infallible. So this is in the color Mocha, I believe. And this does have sunscreen, which could be a bad thing. This is a foundation stick. So let's test the color. Oh, she's a little dark. Alright, this might be hard to blend, not gonna lie, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try my best to blend this out, but not gonna lie, it looks a little dark for me. Brush like this. This is kind of like a dupe for the NARS Eden brush. Okay, so, oh, okay. She's not too bad. I definitely don't want a harsh line though, so we're gonna make this work. But this color isn't too bad. Now when you blend your contour, you always want to blend up and not down, because you don't want to go past like this line right here. So this actually turned out way better than I expected. And just blend back into your hairline. Same thing over here. Blend. It is definitely creamy enough to blend. It doesn't dry too fast. I probably messed up here on my nose. But yeah, but contouring can get a little difficult for those who are new to it, because you don't want to get a color that is too dark. You don't want harsh lines, and you don't want to not match your original color. The back of my sponge to really blend this out. The brush was to kind of blend out that really harsh line, but this is to completely have a seamless blend. Yeah, I'm really impressed. I didn't get a drugstore setting powder. I used to have the Airspun, but I ran out, so I'm gonna improvise and just use my regular powder. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my non-drugstore baking powder. Like I said, I couldn't find one, and I really wasn't gonna go out of my way to go and grab one, and this one never does me wrong, so we're just gonna use this one today. If you're wondering, it is the Huda Beauty, so totally not drugstore appropriate, but this will do for now. For the rest of my face, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Maybelline Fitme in 220, and I'm gonna use this to set the rest of my face, because I do get pretty oily, and I also love the look of set matte foundation. Of course they're gonna add like highlight all over my face, but the rest of the makeup I just want it to be matte and flawless and to match everything. So I struggled a little bit of finding a bronzer, but then I remembered that Physicians Formula has great bronzers, and it smells so good. So I'm going to use this to set my contour and also warm up my face. It has a sponge type of application underneath, but we're just going to use a brush. Use a big paddle brush, kind of like this. We're going to go in, apply some fair amount, and I'm going to dust this on my forehead. On the sides of my cheeks right here. On my jawline. Okay, for blush I have two options. I have a Milani in the color Tea Rose, which is a beautiful, like, soft rose pink blush. It's so beautiful. Or I have the Maybelline Fitme, another great line, in the color Rose. So, you know what? Let's just mix them both together. You can see the difference of the pigments. This one's a little darker and this one's a little lighter. So I'm literally just going to mix both of them together and hope for the best. And apply this right on my cheekbones right here, my apples, and just kind of back towards the face frame of my face. Ooh, I do this like really weird face when I put on blush, just so you can like really see where my apples are. I'm like really smiling. Highlight, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Moonlight Pearls. This is a beautiful highlight that I found years ago when I actually worked at e.l.f. And I'm going to use the NYX Radiant Finish Setting Spray to really get that highlight popping. So we're going to get our brush a little wet, dip it into our highlight, because not going to lie, the highlight is a little too powdery. So we want it to be nice and like very pigmented. So I'm going to place that right here. Yes, elf. Thank you for giving me everything I wanted and a drugstore highlight. Because I know you really can't find highlights in the drugstore. So I'm going to put this here on my nose. So the face is finished, the highlight is on, so now all that's left is just underneath the eyes and my lip. So I'm going to go back with the eyeshadow palette that we first used. I'm going to grab this beautiful color second to last, and honestly I'm just going to use one shadow underneath my eye as almost like a drop shadow. Okay, last but definitely not least is the lip. So I'm going in with NYX lip pencil in Nude Beige. This is actually one of my favorite drugstore lip liners and I used it all the time. So it was already in my kit, which is great. For lipstick, I'm using NYX again in the color Cairo. This is a matte finish. So if your lips are dry, honey, this ain't for you. Alright, that's the look. The lip is on. Now all we need is just some setting spray, which is the NYX Professional Matte Radiant Finish. That is the finished look. I'm actually obsessed with it. It's totally natural and wearable for like a spring day. Super fresh. Love the way the foundation sits for sure. The only thing I really don't like is the eyeshadow. It could have been a little bit better, but we only use drugstore products and what I had. So we were balling on a budget a little bit, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe. Also give this video a thumbs up and comment any questions that you have or any suggestions that you guys want to see in my next videos. But I'm so excited to get back to YouTube, especially because I am ready and happy and definitely want to share so many tips and tricks that I have with you guys. So like I said, any questions, leave them down below and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!